Out holding.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Check 24, check 24.
Six, bullet high.
Check right. Watch it, five.
Shoot.
Running from the gun with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Hey, do.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
All day, baby, all day. Check, 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 check.
General West. Deep rip, deep rip.
Now Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A very good gain on 1st down. 9 yards on the dump-off. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Rams 3.
Ready up.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming. Check safety.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Bang.
Ready.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run with Howard. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son. Hey, watch it. Showing it.
They run the counter. Howard. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 39.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Break.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Topper! Shoot!
Throwing is Wilson. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Howard. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son.
80 weapon.
You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Hit it.
Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
'61, matchbox lights.
Mike's 47. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On the set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got it, we got it.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Ready.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Five.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Down. 50. Plant.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Ready.
Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Wilson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Penny, a first down carry, a spin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Rams 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to break.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Army. 58, boys, 58. 58 for Mike. It's our time. It's our time. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Here we go.
Back to throw. To the goal line. trying, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Set. 15 line it. 15 line.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, 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 hey.
Go 58 to the mic. We own them. We own them.
Ready, ready.
They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Back to you.
Ready, go.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. And come on.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Ready.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Mike 27. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Shoot.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. L.J. Collier able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
23-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back, back, back. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Ready, set.
Mike's 47. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
You draw closer.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Haywood.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Ready.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Here we go.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Watch this pilot. 64. Weak.
Slam, slam, slam. Jump.
Let go.
Now Rashad Penny. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Jennings. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Don't say nothing.
Now back to throw. And Jennings has it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 41-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now it's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's third and inches.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Get it.
Looking to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back them out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now it's the backup Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On third down, this is Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You're gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You're gonna see me in your nightmares.
On first down, it's gone. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, white 20.
Check, 47. Crunch time, defense.
To throw again on second down. Goff, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I'm trying to collect.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
2nd and 4. He finds Hopkins complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
General West. Hey, exit.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Check 53, Mike. All day, baby. All day, all day, baby.
On the delay, here's Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Myers' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run it with Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, Alpha! Ready?
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Now Wilson on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, it's Howard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
There you go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.